At the end of the day, man, having a boyfriend ain't gonna work.
I really miss.
Well, gents, welcome back to another one. I hope that you're doing well. We've got another compilation of videos to go through, and this time it's, as you can guess it, on women regretting hookup culture. As you can see from the last one, she's just trying to be a romantic, but that's not working out for her well, and yeah, I think we're equally to blame for the hookup culture situation, but it is what it is. We can either see how things go, or you can better it. But when is that ever gonna happen? We'll see. Either way, let's watch this video. I'm gonna take another sip of coffee, holy hell.
Having guy friends, because I be wanting to have like conversations about like self-worth and stuff. Like I be wanting to ask them, do y'all love yourselves? Okay, I say this because as someone who will one day be like a mother to a son, I want my son to know that his body is worth and his body is just as sacred as a woman's body. I don't know why we try to normalize that, oh, they have different hormones and they have different this and their stuff is set up differently and this, that, and the third. No. Let's go back to the basics. They don't have self-worth, so then they lack self-control, and they don't have discipline because they feel like their body isn't worthy of more than just a one-night stand or to just be fucking anything walking. You know, what would you expect them to do? I don't get it. They're going to do that because they don't feel like they have the ability to say no, or that they're worthy of saying no, or that they're worthy of keeping themselves and treating themselves as they are a temple. I don't understand why we normalize just sleeping around. For guys or for women, it's just like, you don't have to admit it to me, but me and you both know that when you lay down at night, you think about all that stuff you be doing. You can try to avoid it, you can try to ignore it, you can try to suppress it, you can try to disregard it. But me and you both know, before you're a man, you're a person, and as a person, you have thoughts. As a person, you have feelings. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with that. I know you think about it. And I know when you think about it, part of you realizes like, this is not even worth it. What am I getting from this? Men need to be taught that their bodies are temples. Men need to be taught how to deal with their feelings. Because let's also talk about how much energy goes into having sex.
Oh wow, this one's talking for quite a while. Men are inherently aware of the power that we have to start and end relationships, to feel things, but women tell us that our feelings don't matter, and that makes them resentful. And yeah, I mean, we can sleep around much easier without having feelings involved. That's 100%, and I think it's very masculine when a woman says that kind of thing. I don't ever take them seriously when they do, given that's not how things work for them, but hang on, let's hope this doesn't drag out much longer. I'm sorry. Not my compilation.
Men be mad as hell. Women too. Women be sad, women be mad, women be just everything that men be. It's okay. People be mad, sad, frustrated, whatever the case is, and then y'all just having sex. Y'all just having sex. Y'all just having sex, and then y'all just move on, and then y'all just having sex, and then y'all just having sex, and then y'all just having sex, and now this person mad, and they don't even know why they mad, but they mad because now they taking on the emotions of 3 people ago. What? It don't make sense for real.
I mean by...
Sorry, I had to skip things. Jeez. This one, I don't know what's wrong with her. Either way, let's get to the next clip here.
why it's harder to have friends and date people now these days. And I'm only talking about the United States and the society because that's where I live in, and that's the only place I've had experience in. And there are two things that I want to blame. I want to blame the American media and the government, and reason being is because they tend to push a lot of propaganda. And you're like, what do you mean propaganda? Well, Marvel is funded by the government, and a lot of Marvel movies are very propaganda-like. If you really try to separate, if you open your mind, you'll see what I mean. But that's not the point. I tend to blame the media because when I grew up, a lot of the shows that were popular was like Sex and the City, How I Met Your Mother, The L Word, and a lot of those shows are really just based on hookups. Oh, Friends too.
And I'm sure are written by women. I don't know why men would want to create television like that for the masses, but I mean, unless they're trying to hook in the female gaze, which I feel like is definitely working for them. Either way, I don't get her Marvel comment. Then again, I don't really watch Cape shit. So again, sorry, I'm gonna offend any of the superhero Marvel fans out there, but I don't know. I just don't get it. I've never got it. Being right along government propaganda, I thought it was owned by Disney, and we all know how Disney really raised the millennials and Zoomers to be as they are, blue pilled as F. No thanks.
Friends, perfect example too. It's literally just hookup culture and a really unhealthy and bad way to show relationships and friendship dynamics. Yes, they're entertaining, but a lot of people now these days, especially during the pandemic, cope by watching media. Well, consuming by watching TikTok, by streaming, by watching cable. A lot of people sometimes only really get their advice and guidance just by watching TV and just watching why other people what other people do. And sometimes that can really give the bad idea because that leads to a lot of people being really not empathetic at all.
Brainwashed is the word that you were looking for. Listen, I don't get why anybody would see it as anything other than made-up media. Somebody wrote a script down, whether it's factual or not, and decided to play that to people. Why do you take things from that? I don't get it. Just like TikTok, I don't get it. I'm sure there's some factual stuff out there, but I don't use the damn platform. Moving along.
And a lot of very angry people because they see on the TV and they always hear people talking saying all people want to do is hook up, this and this and that, influencers and stuff like that. But everybody wants the same thing, or I'm assuming, but it's just really hard because people don't want to talk anymore. But then again, social media has been pushed upon it against us, and so that's all we have. All the places where we are supposed to mingle and meet people are slowly decaying away, and if not, they have been reformed. People used to meet in clubs and stuff, and now there are hardly any clubs, and if they are, they're pretty dead. I see them on TikTok and there's hardly any people there, and that's just here where I'm at. So I don't know about you, but that's what I think.
Yeah, I live in a pretty heavy university town, and I will tell you the clubs are not dead, the bars are not dead. There are people going out there. It's just the majority of online dating. The majority of people are online dating. My apologies. So if they're out at the clubs, everybody knows the clubs are just for hookups. People in relationships don't go to clubs. This one. Oh, that was a really long clip for no reason. Let's see.
Having the same conversation over and over again with my friends. And that is, when I meet a guy online and we go out on a coffee date. If he makes no consistent effort to get in contact with me daily, set up a second date, then I just let him go. A lot of my friends will ask, why aren't you initiating contact? Why aren't you making plans for a second date? But the reality is that dating apps attract a disproportionate number of men who are only looking for sex.
And so are women. Oh my gosh. I'm trying not to be angry, but it's just like, have some hubris to understand that everybody only wants one thing out there.
As cheap and as easy as they can find it. So when you, a woman who's looking for a relationship, are initiating contact with a man, asking to spend time with him, and even planning and paying for dates, he knows that you are available for sex. He's likely talking to several other women, seeing which of those women are going to be the one to pursue him and set up dates and even pay for those dates. Because he knows that those are going to be the women who are going to be the easiest to get sex from. Some of these men will even tell you they're looking for a relationship. They'll have it on their profile, but their actions are not aligned with what they tell you. So if you are using a dating app and you are involved with someone right now who says they want a relationship, but they aren't making an effort to have a relationship with you, let that man go.
Haha, let that man go. Of course, funny. Haha. Alright, back to the library. Listen, this woman is just so hoity-toity and she looks like she's in her early 40s. I'd be very surprised if she got anybody, to be honest. Probably quite angry because her results aren't the best. Let's face it. But, yeah, that's what the hookup apps are for. The dating apps are for hooking up. I feel like finding somebody that's relationship material on them is like finding a diamond in a coal mine. Anyways, gentlemen, we're reaching about the 13-minute mark. Holy smokes. Thank you for listening to me prattle on. I really appreciate your viewership, and as always do your due diligence so you don't end up with women like this that regret hookup culture. I'll be seeing you in the next video.